What up,
Oh, we're back
everybody?
again. We're back
We are
again,
back.
Trey.
We're doing the sequel to The Mummy Returns. And this one, I'll say this, not as strong as the first one, nowhere near, but I would say it is still a fun film. I remember seeing this in the theater back in 2001 when it came out.
Yeah, I never went to see this in the theaters, but like I watched it multiple times, like on DVD and stuff like that, from like family members, like going to my grandma's house watching this and the first Mummy. Um, yeah, well, I won't spoil nothing until like we actually do the review, but like the CGI in this movie really doesn't hold up that well
It
as
is
compared to the
spotty
first
at
one.
points, but there's really good CGI too. But there
Yeah,
is very spotty CGI that
but
does
not
not hold
compared to
up.
the first Mummy. The first
No,
Mummy
no,
still
the first
stuff that
Mummy
still
is
holds up
flawless.
really
That
good,
entire
really
film,
good.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, this one, I would, I'll just spoil one thing. Imhotep still looks good when he's in mummy form. I
Yeah,
will
that looks
say
good. Yeah,
he still looks pretty good. But yeah,
and like
um,
the one spoiler quick for Trey before we go to the review and like the plot of the movie where Alex has that thing with his wrist and like
yeah,
it has like the projection of old Egypt or whatever.
Egypt and where he has to go and stuff.
Yeah, now that
Yeah,
still
the
holds up.
bracelet of
That
yeah,
still
that
looks
stuff
good.
looks good. It
Yeah,
looks really good whenever
yeah.
they play it, and it
It's just the
actually
other
feels like
stuff.
yeah, like especially when you get that, it's almost like a first person view at points when you see it through his eyes. It looks good.
Yeah.
So, um, you have any little thoughts on the movie before we get started here?
Yeah,
What
we'll
up,
get to
Bigelow?
that Jigalot, trust me, because that does not hold that
Yeah,
certain person does not still look good. He looks
it didn't.
absolutely
Honestly, I don't even
terrible.
know if it looked good in 2001. To be honest with you.
Honestly, hot take. I think he looked better here than he did in Moana, but that's that's a different
Yeah,
story.
yeah, I'll say his wig looks so much better in this movie than in
Yeah,
Moana. And this, yeah.
night and day comparison. But Trey, go ahead and kick us off.
So the movie basically starts. We get a flashback of they're at the temple where the Anubis bracelet is. So you get a flashback of The Rock and his army facing another army. And this action sequence wasn't terrible. I mean, not a lot of dialogue
Mm-mm.
outside of Haku Machente.
Yeah, yeah. That was used so many times on TV for him too. By the way,
Yeah.
um,
It
it,
but it
well,
was
hold on before like his before we move on, the army like his army
yeah.
looked really bad, and I'm not talking about the actual like humans, the other ones.
Oh, oh like oh
Yeah,
the fucking army of Anubis.
yeah, like the army of the dead, I guess you can say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like those
so
like dog, coyote creatures,
yeah.
whatever.
They
Yeah,
look better later in the final fight, but yeah, in this they did not look good. So
yeah,
he has a war, and the way they shoot this is weird because they shoot it like the the Rock's army won, but then they cut and say they lost the fight. It was
yeah.
weird. It was a
Hmm.
weird cut. I'm like, I thought they won. They looked like they were winning.
Yeah, and then they say like and like the voiceover guy, didn't he say like they wandered the desert for 7 years or something like that?
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
That's like if they walked the desert for 7 years, like wouldn't they've already been like dead from
They would have been dead a
starvation?
long yeah, they would have been dead a long time ago
Yeah,
before
like
7 years.
dehydration. Like I don't understand how they
Yeah.
were able to survive 7 years in the wilderness. Like
Not a year. I don't even think they survive a year.
no,
No. It
especially being like Cairo, Egypt, how hot it is and stuff in the Middle East. Like no, there's just
especially
no
at
way.
that time. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know if they were trying to go for like, I don't want to be like get all like religious and stuff like that. But like it says in the Bible how the Jews like wandered the wilderness for 40 years or whatever the case was.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was like a idea. There's like okay, we'll just do 7 for them because it like fits like the mythos of this movie, right? Like it's the only thing I can think
Yeah.
of. That's why they did it, but. Still though, 7 years you ain't making it in the wilderness. Sorry, that's just or in the desert. It ain't gonna happen. Sorry, but
No,
go ahead and
that's
continue,
not
Trey.
happening. So he makes a deal with Anubis, basically, that if he lets him live, because all his other army died at this point. They're
Yeah.
dead. So he makes a deal with them. So a scorpion appears and he bites into the scorpion.
And that does
I
not hold up either. That
no,
does not look good.
I do think that's almost unacceptable. You couldn't just get an actual scorpion.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Or
But anyway,
at least had a working scorpion, like, just
yeah.
pretend you, like, ate it or something, like, I don't know, like, maybe like a chocolate bar out of it or something, I don't know, like, there's many ways to think you could probably done it, like, culinary way, but who knows?
So they he eats it. Trees show up in an oasis. So basically, giving him shade, and I'm assuming the scorpion was almost supposed to be like food too, right? Is that what they were going for?
I think that's what they're going for, yeah, like, the gods or whatever gave him an opportunity to do that, he's like, "I'll sell my soul if I
Yeah,
can
sell my
liberate."
soul, and he has
Yeah,
to lead Anubis's army. So
and then,
they
like,
raid a temple.
and it's kind
I
of
don't.
funny real quick too. He used that same line 24 years later for a certain other individual. But we'll cover that on Pin Down, like we have in the past.
Yep.
I want your soul. Isn't that quite
Yep.
hilarious? But
So sorry about that.
you're good.
He leads the army of Anubis to do a raid on some kind of temple.
Mhm.
And this is where you're talking about where the CGI does not look the best here.
No, not at all.
It looks kind of wonky.
Like compared to the first one, like I said before we got started, like the first one, the first movie, everything still holds up. It still looks really good. It's just like this
Hmm.
movie's like it's got its moments. Like 1 minute it looks good, the next minute's like, wow, this is really bad. Like when we get to the part where Alex goes to the spoiler, but tries to escape the mummy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that back shot of like the
of Egypt.
pyramids and yeah, the
Yeah,
pyramid like that one creature. Well, like not the creature, but like the one statue in Vegas, like it's got the lion there or whatever.
yeah.
That did not look good at all.
The
That was
Sphinx,
bad,
basically. Yeah, it looked that did not look good at all.
really
So
bad.
he apparently, I guess, the gods essentially take his powers back, their powers back,
Hmm.
and essentially they all disappear. And then while Oded Fair, who's Ardeth Bay, is giving the narration, I should have mentioned that part. He's narrating the whole thing,
Okay.
and then we cut to current. Are they in Cairo? I think that's where they're at.
They were somewhere in Egypt, I think. So
I'm gonna go look real quick.
yeah, I can't really remember the
But
exact location,
so
but
we cut. We
definitely a
jump
place of
ahead.
sand. So it was definitely not Tatooine. So I definitely know that.
So so we jump ahead to 1933. So
Mhm. Yeah, I think we see like we got a shot of like Rick going through like the tunnel ways and stuff like that
yeah.
with
Mhm.
the torch. I was gonna say tiki torch, but it wasn't a tiki torch. It was just a torch. Looking for the old ruins and stuff like that, and all of a
Little throwback
sudden,
to the first movie, kind of.
yeah, yep. And then all of a sudden, you see like this little kid pop up and scared the crap out of him and scared the crap out of the kid. Came to find out his son
The
Alex.
son. Yep.
But
Alex. Who
spoiler alert, he gets with Evie in the first movie, so
they're
naturally they had
married
an
now.
offspring. Yeah,
Yeah, they're married now.
and this takes
They're
10,
all.
and this takes 10 years after the fact. The first one, right? Wasn't it like the
Yeah,
first one
the first one
23?
was 23. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So this
yeah,
is 10 years later,
yeah,
1933.
yeah.
And I like this opening. I actually really like Alex. He's probably one of the better kid actors, to be honest. Gigawatt did not like the kid.
Wow, that's surprising. You know what?
I,
I'm
I
gonna ask,
thought
you know what? Since Gigawatt's in here, because I know it came out 2 years after Phantom Menace, but who do you think was a better actor though, Jake Lloyd or the kid that played Alex in The Mummy?
kid who played
MJ.
Alex. I'll even say that for me.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna say Alex too, because like nothing against Jake Lloyd. I know he suffered some like mental
I
issues,
don't
but like
like. I don't even like. It's not even for Phantom. It's for fucking Jingle All the Way for me. I fucking hate it,
yeah.
Jingle All the Way. But yeah.
You
So
tell me Turbo Man's my dad? No. How many other people do you know that freaking has an Australia or an Austrian accent? Yeah, no, just no. It's
Yeah, yeah,
always somebody else.
that always bothered me. Just sidebar real quick. That always
Yeah.
bothered me. I'm like, how the fuck did you not know that's your dad? Your dad is the only one with a unique accent.
I don't think he was I don't think he was a brat. I think
I
he was.
didn't feel like he was a brat at all, to be honest.
Yeah, like
Maybe towards the bad guys, but
yeah, he was definitely a little a shit to them. Like his mom and I think he was just what's the word I'm looking for here? Like I guess you can say adventurous.
rambunctious,
Yeah,
rambunctious.
an adventurous kid too. Like I mean, he is his mom and dad's kid, so I guess that's what they're
He
going
is
for. Like,
Rick's son. I
yeah,
mean,
I guess
yeah,
like you know he has that thrill of adventure. I guess you can say, but like yeah, I didn't think he came off as a brat. Definitely, I thought he came off as a little smartass to the
at
villain.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not his parents. I didn't feel that way, but um,
So Rick tells him he can't come with him to the tomb, so he tells Alex to kind of go hide in that little area of
yeah,
the pyramid.
hmm
And this is where he meets up back with his wife, and she's starting to. I love her little change because there's a scene where you see her, and there's
yeah.
like a snake appearing, and then you know how in the last one she would have probably screamed and
Oh
squirmed.
yeah, yeah.
In this one, she just kicks it away.
Didn't give a shit. She's like, yeah, I've been through this. It's nothing now. It's I
And as you see
progressed.
later on, she fights too. And man, looks wise, real quick, my God, she when I saw her at this, I'm like, whoa, she had a glow up.
Yeah, it's yeah. She looks totally different in this movie than she did the first one. Like it was a total night and day comparison. That's for definite sure. But yeah, like I think something about like she has like a vision. I think, and
Yeah,
like
she
she
has a
goes
vision of how
in the
because they see a tomb or like
yeah
a thing to open, and she sees how to open it, and she opens it exactly.
yeah. And I like Rick's lines like, "All right, now you're freaking me out." He's like,
You freaking me.
like he
And
told her,
then
is like, if you knew how to, like, he's like, well, if you had a vision, tell me how to open this door. And like she does, like in 2 seconds, like, all right, now you're starting to freak me out. Like,
I love the scene they go through a tube and there's like a bunch of spiders and she's like trying to skip over them and then you got Rick just stepping on them no
yeah,
with no problem in the world. He's just
don't
stepping on
care,
'em.
don't care. I've been through so much shit. This is nothing. This is child's play. Like,
So while this happens, three bad guys who are sent there, as we find out later, they were hired by I'll just say Imhotep's people
yeah,
to retrieve the bracelet.
mm-hmm,
And one of them decides, yeah, I gotta go take out O'Connell and the O'Connells, while the other two, I think they were digging for the bracelet, right? Is
yeah.
that what was?
I think they're going exploring to see where it was, try to pinpoint a location of it.
And Alex sees all of this, so he kind of starts to fuck with them.
Yeah, he's like on a little like a platform, like a
Yeah, platform thing, hiding.
yeah, like I guess like I suppose maybe yeah archaeologists were there like you know
Yeah,
observing like the you know the like the inside of the pyramid like you know the paintings and all that stuff I guess I don't know but like yeah like Alex he's just going ham like he's got a slingshot and he just starts slinging guys in their butts and like you're just like what the hell is that like it just they don't know
what
where
the
it's
hell?
coming from.
And then the other guy's like, "Don't await the gods. You're doing it. You'll be cursed."
Yeah,
Because
don't
that's
yeah
this guy. I'll say this guy's character basically is. This is a curse. He's Danhausen. If you pin
yeah
down little pin down reference there.
yeah and he's like Benny too a little bit
A
in
little
the
bit
first
like Betty, yeah.
yeah
So while the other guy is looking for the O'Connells, at this point, the O'Connells do find the bracelet.
yeah. And,
And
like, and
they
the one guy's
decide to just,
observing this too, by the way, I think too,
yep,
right?
yeah, the other guy with the gun who's
Yeah,
initially about to shoot him. But
yeah,
then the building starts to shake when they
yeah,
take the bracelet. As you know how these movies go, you take the thing, or if you've seen Indiana Jones too, if you
yeah,
take thing, the building usually starts to shake and
yeah.
crazy shit happens.
Yeah, it was a nice
So
callback to Temple of Doom.
what ends up happening is like a flood, right? Basically,
Yeah.
to the whole
Well,
temple.
before we get there, like, there's one scene too where Alex tries to, like, shoot the guy with the slingshot again with the rock, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
one
one
last
guy
time.
caught in midair and like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you little shit," and all of a sudden, like, the guy that was running or the guy was gonna off the, O'Connells, he starts running, like, "Get out of here! There's a flood!" Like everyone's starting to run, and the one guy starts climbing the ladder, and like he heard what they were going to say. 'Cause it was kind of implicated that he was the guy with the knife, or the guy that caught the rock had a knife too, and like
He
I
had a
think
knife in
he
his
was
mouth.
going to,
He was basically gonna stab
yeah, he was
Alex.
going to delete
That's
him.
the
He was going to
Yeah,
delete
that
him
was
from
the
the system.
implication. So he slides down, kicks the like thing
Ladder,
down,
yeah,
basically.
the
So
ladder,
the ladder, so he can't climb down.
yeah,
And yeah, because the building at this point is starting to shake.
yeah,
And yeah, the water starts going through. You see Rick and Evie basically get led in the water.
yeah,
And then it's like, we've been through a lot of shit. We've been through worse before. I do love that little back and forth. Been through bad before, and then Rick's like, this is worse.
yeah. This is worse. And like the one part had me cracking up was when Alex like gets off the platform. I think his platform broke midway, and all of a sudden there was like all these pillars standing up,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the pillars start falling one by one by one by one.
Yep.
I thought it was a great callback to the first movie where Evie's in the library in Cairo, and
Yep.
all the bookshelves started to flop down and just fell like dominoes. Same here with the pillars. I thought that was a great callback to the first movie.
Yep. And the water starts flooding that room, and he manages to make it. They all kind of get all back together.
Yeah.
And you get a joke like, Mom, this isn't my mom, Dad. I can explain everything.
Everything.
I love that.
Yeah, that was great.
And then we cut to Hamanoptera. We're back
Yeah.
in Haman. This is all you do see of Hamanoptera, though, I will say. This is like
Mhm.
all you get of it. We cut to, I'll just say Anak Son of Moon. I'll just call her Anak Son of Moon.
Yeah, it was basically a reincarnation of the character from the first movie. That's the way I took it. Like she was a
Yeah, she
reincarnation,
was
or like
reincarnation. Yeah.
yeah, or like some descent, right? You know what I mean? So
Descendant, possibly.
yeah,
Yeah. So they're
yeah.
all digging for Imhotep. You get a quick moment with the bugs, the scarab beetles, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love how she's like, we are getting very close. Because you need to get close to the scarabs, that means you're close to Imhotep.
Yeah.
The only thing that was confusing is when they dug up Imhotep, why is he in a cocoon?
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand either. That was like a head scratcher to me. It's like, okay, in the last movie, I can't really remember. Like, I know we just reviewed it, but like it was a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm trying to remember
He
how he
he fell
died.
into something and he withered.
That's right. So the cocoon thing did not make sense to me, but
No,
I don't know like why they went that route. But
I felt like they needed a way to have, and I guess it would have been too complicated to explain bringing him back with how they ended the first one. So
right,
they just retconned it and said he was in a cocoon.
yeah, there's definitely some retcons too. We forgot to mention this movie too from the like the first one too.
Oh yeah, there
There's
are
some
some
retcons
retcons.
and some very convenient scenes too. So, but yeah, but go ahead, Trey. Continue what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like it makes no sense why he's in a cocoon. I'm still a little bit like stuck on that. Like
Yeah,
you withered and you became basically his mummy form again, and he fell into that pool thing, right?
yeah.
That was it. So am I supposed to assume that shit hardens and becomes a cocoon?
I
I
I don't
guess.
know. I
But
yeah, I
okay,
guess
so they find him. It's just never gonna get explained. We'll just have to go with it, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So
It's
they
Hollywood,
find
man. You
him.
don't know this shit.
The one guy who's like the leader of this cult, kind of. He runs the museum, wears like a red thing around his head. He actually
Yeah,
looks like a perfect casting for a live action Jafar, like Tyler pointed out when we were watching it.
yeah. He's probably dead by now, but yeah, at the time, it would have been interesting to see him as a live action Jafar.
Yeah. So those three guys show up because they were the ones who hired them to find the bracelet, but
Hmm.
they couldn't get to the bracelet because obviously what happened at the temple. So the
Right.
guy's like, you know what? No, you guys. And then on Oxun Moon's like, I should have handled it.
Yeah.
So the main guy decides, you know what? I'm gonna My people are gonna handle it, and he sends them to do something else. They don't
Hmm.
really explain what that something else is,
Not at all.
and then I think we cut to, oh no, we see Ardef Bay really quick. We find out that he was there posing as one of the people in the background.
Hmm.
trying to hear into their plan. I don't know how
Yeah.
he knew they were there, but I mean, he does protect Top and Hamanoptera, so I guess he was already there, maybe.
Maybe, but like, we'll wait till we get to the one scene where like when he shows up again, and I'm like, how the fuck did you get here? Like, what? Like,
Yeah,
how'd you even know
yeah.
where they lived? Like, yeah, but we'll go ahead and continue, Trey, and I'll give you my thoughts on that one.
So we cut back to Britain. We're back in London, good old London, and Rick and Evie and Alex arrive home. While Rick and Evie, having little romance moments, I'm gonna say Rick and Evie might be one of the best movie couples to me. Like, I feel like they don't get enough credit as a movie romance couple at all.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Trey. They don't touch Balboa and Adrian.
No. Adrian and Rocky is the best relationship in film, but I would say they're number 2 for sure. Rick and Evie.
Yeah, number 2 or 3. I guess some people can make an argument between Han Solo and Leia.
Han and Leia, yeah.
The original trilogy, not the fucking sequel shit.
So while they're doing couple stuff, Alex is opening the chest.
Yeah.
And he pulls out the bracelet and he puts it on and it starts projecting like stuff from Egypt and the pyramids and all this shit.
In the past, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And I'm gonna admit that shit looked good. It looked good. Like
those scenes look great. It's everything else in between. It's like, wow, this is really bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Rick and Evie get done making out and like having their romantic I guess I'm not gonna say foreplay, but you know what I mean. They're goofing off, like how lovers are. But anyways, like Alex, like, oh shit, like I gotta get this off my arm. I gotta shut this. Like, make sure
he's trying to get it off.
Yeah,
and he throws a baseball statue because his mom's coming down.
Yeah,
so he throws a baseball statue to the chest, which that's gonna come into play later. I'm not getting it. So while this happens, Jonathan arrives with like some floozy he's with.
Yeah, it's just some bimbo he picked up at the bar. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
He told her he was rich, and she's like, "Oh, really? Well, maybe I can,
And he acted like that. This was his house.
Yeah. He gets a little. Yeah, what had me cracking up was like he had one part of the wings of the house, but it wasn't actually the house. Like, yeah, you see all this? This is my shit. Like, look at me. Like, I'm a rich bitch.
Yeah, I love that shit. Why? And then he's like, "Why do you think I'm here?" The lady basically admitted she's a gold digger. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Granted, I do love how they cut to that scene. You see Rick and Evie about to it seemed like because he had her like, well, they're gonna do the movie make out thing, and then when they do that, Evie notices those knickers are not mine. Knickers, YouTube. Let me specify that. I gotta specify the K. Jesus Christ.
Slacks.
Those pants. Slacks are those pants.
Pants. Yeah.
So I love that transition though. I did think that was funny though. Because that's how we cut to Jonathan with the girl. He also has this golden scepter, which is gonna come into play later, by the way.
Yep.
And when he gets to the room, bad guys. My only question is, how are they already there? When did they come in?
That was my question too when we were watching. I'm like, did they like find out where these people lived and like stayed there? So like when they went to go do their freaking like rendezvous thing at the fucking library or whatever, like or the museums, like were they staying here while they were out in Cairo or some shit? Like were they staying?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, did they get to London before the O'Connells?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I think maybe, I don't know if they broke in.
That's the only thing I'm supposed to assume because they were in this room. But how did they get in?
Yeah, they're just there. Like, honestly, yeah. The house is so big, like, you can probably break in. You wouldn't notice. But still, though, it's like.
All those guys, though? Anadunks on the moon?
Yeah, but, like, did they stay there while they were gone? And then when
that's my only guess.
Like, oh, they're here. Shit. Now we
got That's my only guess is they came in, they were there before the O'Connells just hit in the house.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, the house is pretty huge. Like it looks like a house you see in Batman for Wayne
like
Manor.
it's a Wayne Manor, literally. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like Wayne Manor.
So I guess they can live in Jonathan. Like I said, Jonathan's got one wing to the house, so it's like they probably wouldn't even know that Jonathan would be there or not because it's so big. It's like there's before cell phones and shit at the time period. So like I said, who knows? I guess they were just staying there. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, there's
I
little
guess
convenience things like that in this movie.
And like the one guy that we always like, I can't remember. Like you just said his name, the one did the voiceover work. Like I'm not
Arnett Bay.
Yeah, Arnett Bay. I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but like the one scene he has, it's like that might make sense how he knew where they lived. Maybe I don't know.
Man, maybe we'll just say it, and I'll just circle back to at this point. Arnett I'm assuming he followed the bad guys to London.
Yeah,
and maybe he was also hiding at the house while they were there. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Because so we get one scene in the movie, like they're all the bad guys are like talking to Jonathan. They got pretty much hostage, like give us a scepter, blah blah blah. All of a sudden, you see this big, gigantic black dude out of nowhere, and like he wants the bracelet, and he wants it now. Blah,
he's
blah.
like the big henchman guy
he's the
for
big
the villains.
Yeah, he's the big muscle of the group.
And I've seen him in other movies. He was in the G.I. Joe movies, if you remember those. That guy. He's in a couple movies, actually.
Yeah. So that happens. Like, we want the bracelet. And they're like, no, we're not going to give it to you. And like, Alex is like, no, Mom, that's not really a good idea, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, Arnett Bay comes out of the shadows, shows up like a pimple on prom night. And he's just starting going ham on these guys. And when he showed up, like I said, me and Trevor was like, where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah, where did you come from? Like, I love this movie, but as a kid, I wasn't thinking about that. But when he pointed out, it's like, where did you come from?
Yeah, like,
were you hiding here with the bad guys who were also hiding here before the O'Connells?
Because like the shot they did, it looked like he came out out of a bookshelf. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he came out of just some random room.
Yeah, it's like, what?
And then Evie asked, how did you get here? And then they don't really say.
Yeah, he's just like, don't ask questions, just consume product.
But back to Jonathan, a knocks on the moon says, give me the bracelet or I'll have him get bitten by this Egyptian asp.
Yeah.
That was a species of snake. Oh, yeah. Rick shows up and finds Jonathan tied up.
Yeah, and he's like, how many times have I told you, do not have kinky parties while we're home?
I do love that line. Yeah. Well, because Rick thinks this is like some dude's he was fucking with some lady and that was like her husband.
Oh shit, yeah.
I think it's like her husband or something, and there's like a bunch of them that have guns on them. He's like, Jonathan, what did you do? Who did you piss off?
Yeah.
And then we get a funny line from Rick because this is when Knox on the Moon has the snake. He's like, we don't allow snakes or dismemberment in this house.
Yeah.
And then she throws the snake at him. He catches the snake.
Like nothing. Like he caught like a football.
And then he throws it at a guy, which I thought was pretty funny. He just yeets it.
Yep.
And then the guy tries to throw a knife. Rick has moments where I'm like, okay, I don't know how he's doing it, but okay. Guy throws a knife. Rick catches the knife.
Doing some John Wick shit before John Wick was even around. Like he was just doing
he caught the fucking knife and then throws the knife back to the guy. And even one of the soldiers like, oh shit. He gives this look like oh shit.
In your head, you're like, oh, he caught the base of the knife. No, this fucking dude caught the actual blade part.
He caught the blade part. Yeah.
And, didn't cut his fingers, didn't lose his fingers, didn't lose his index finger or nothing. Like this dude just caught like a frisbee and just chucks it back at these fools. And it's just like, what is this?
Hits a guy, and then the guy next is like, oh shit. He gives this look like, oh shit.
We have to find out. So we did.
And then we're cutting back to downstairs. There's like a big fight downstairs. I do love that they show, Evie's trained. She actually can fight now. And there's even a scene where Alex is like, Mom, where did you learn to do that? And he's like, I don't know. Because obviously you find out later there's a reason she knows how to fight. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she knees a guy, because a guy grabs her by the throat, I think, slams her to a wall, and then she kicks him in the nuts, and he's like, that I learned from your father.
Yep.
And then Yeah, Ardeth Bay is taking a lot of these guys out, but then that's when the big black dude's like, oh no, he does a quick throwaway line. You're good for a magi. He just like talks a
Yeah.
little shit. I did thought he was a decent little secondary bad guy, kind of minor.
Yeah, he was a good muscle character, like or an enforcer, I guess you can say. Like he was
And
good.
I love, and he has little rivalry with Ardeth, which I like because he does kick Ardeth because that's when all his guys get their ass kicked. He's like, all right, I got to do. He has a Thanos, I'll do it myself moment.
Yep.
Pulls off his cape. We get a pretty good fight between the two, but he ends up essentially beating Ardeth.
Yeah, gets the better.
While Alex knocks a bookcase onto one of the guys, but at this point Evie's distracted. This other big black dude runs in. Fucking Rick James, what does Five Fingers say to the face? Slaps her.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, backhands her. Like goddamn.
My money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the one part, Trey, like when Jonathan gets rescued by Rick?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the freaking chick that he picked up. I don't remember what happened to her.
Yeah, they don't explain what I think. No, like the bad guys tell her to. I'm assuming she left because when they captured Jonathan, the bad guys like pull her out. So I'm assuming they just told her to leave or they killed her. I don't know.
Yeah, because it wasn't shown. So I guess it's all up to your imagination. I suppose.
While Evie's getting captured, we cut back to Jonathan hiding in like a bathtub. I guess he made. Granted, I'm like, that tub did fill quick though. I was like, how did he? Was there already just water in the tub already? What?
I guess, but it's like if he was on the way for that chick to get there, I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure this water's probably cold by now.
Maybe that's what it could have been for that. Maybe I'm like, yeah, this shit's cold. So he hid in there, and then Rick pulls him out, which I thought was kind of funny. and Jonathan's just all covered in suds and shit.
Yeah, and he's just like gasping for air. He's like, Jonathan, what did you do? He's like, I don't know what I did.
And then they get shot at, so they jump out the window.
Yeah.
And this is where Rick realizes his wife's getting kidnapped because Evie's screaming Rick, but the guy puts like a muffle on her.
Yep.
And yes, the bad guys get away.
Yep. Then he just hops in his old car, which had me cracking up. It's like he's trying to tell Alex and like talking to Ardeth. Talking to Jonathan.
Well, because Ardeth like one's like, oh, they want the bracelet. And he thinks they have it, and he's like, Alex was like, I wouldn't worry about that. And then he pulls his sleeve up, which has he has the bracelet on.
Yeah, and Rick's like, you gotta be shitting me right now.
Oh, I do love when Rick first sees Ardeth. He like slams like, why are you here? And why do they take my wife?
Yeah, what are you here for? Better yet, how do you know where I live?
Yeah.
Like he's just very convenient, but yeah.
And then you get Ardeth's like, if you take it off, you can trigger the next apocalypse. And then we get fucking Rick's like, you calm down. You get in the car. You big trouble.
Yeah, I like how Rick's like all calm through this entire situation. My wife's getting kidnapped. Like it's like cool as a cucumber. This entire like interaction.
And then his son has this bracelet on him that can trigger the next apocalypse. He just tells Ardeth, you calm down. You big trouble. You get in the car. Telling to Jonathan.
Yeah. And that's another thing too we got to talk about too, Trey, was the tattoo on Rick's forearm.
Forearm, yeah.
First movie didn't have it. This movie,
no,
he's got a tattoo, and
he's got a tattoo, and it's a big role. I get what they wanted to set up, but it is very convenient. It'd be one thing if he had it in the last movie.
Yeah, yeah. And
it's kind of
like Alex asked him in the temple or the pyramids, like, "Where'd you get this from?" Dad's like, "I don't know. I got this when I was a kid in a Cairo orphanage." And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute." Wait, a guy who had lived in Egypt and in Cairo for so long, you speak English pretty fucking good. Like what?
That and you didn't have this tattoo in 1923, but you had it since you were a kid. Okay,
all right. Wait, what? All right, conveniency. But anyways, going back to the chase to try to get Evie back.
So they go back to the museum. While this is happening, they wake up in Imhotep.
Yeah,
they do like a chant and do the whole ritual to bring Imhotep back. And I will say, I do love the shot of him coming out of the cocoon.
Yeah.
and when Imhotep realizes he sees a Nox Son of Moon walking, because this is where Evie is like she's like tied up and stuff.
Yeah.
And while this happens, Rick and Ardeth arrive. Jonathan and Alex stay in the car. They go into the museum, and when they walk by, you see a bunch of these mummies risen, which I thought was kind of funny. But they're all, behind like the museum things, right? So they can't actually do anything.
Right.
And when Evie notices a Nox Son of Moon, she realizes it's her because you get a shot of her walking, like her walking, and then she sees the shot of her, obviously from the first movie.
Right.
And
yeah, she sees the whole thing that happened in the past where she gets killed by the Egyptian army or the soldiers because of the whole she was having an affair with the pharaoh's
daughter.
Yeah.
Or it's a daughter.
Well, not the daughter, but like she was having an affair on the pharaoh, and like she was seeing the guy who's the mummy now.
Yeah.
Insert name here. I forget his name because I always. Yeah. So that's she sees that going back in the past. So all that. Good
and then
shit.
Basically don't need a Nox Son of Moon. They don't need Evie at this point alive because now obviously Imhotep has a vessel for her now.
Yeah.
And then you got a Nox Son who just says, burn her.
Yeah.
So they're about to toss her in a fire, and that's when Rick jumps into action. We get a fun little action scene.
Yeah.
Big little shootout. Ardeth's on the top, kind of shooting at everybody. Oh, before this, the bad guys realize they've been played because they opened the bracelet of Anubis, or the chest for it, and they find the fucking baseball statue.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
What's this shit? What had me laughing though, like when he gets brought back to life, he goes in there to the other like Egyptian like jars. I don't know what they're called. I know they're artifacts, but I don't know exactly what the proper term is. Yeah. But he brings back the army of the dead back.
Yep.
From the first movie.
Oh, I love how he just pushes the two guys out the way too.
Yeah. And like that happens, and you got Rick like, you gotta be kidding me. These guys again?
Not these guys again.
Yeah.
And then they just do the roar real quick.
Yeah. And like Jonathan,
this time, no weapons. They don't have any swords like they did in the first movie.
Yeah, which by the way, Jonathan and Alex are in the car that they just arrived in, but Jonathan and Alex were freaking out. All of a sudden, Jonathan broke the key in the ignition, so they can't start shit. They're fucked.
They can't start shit, and when you break a key into an ignition or to a lock, it's hard to pull that motherfucker out.
Oh, yeah, really... it wasn't spare either. So it's like, all right, we're doomed. And like they clearly told us, like, we need a getaway car. So it's like, you guys stay here, and when you see us, let's get let's get the hell out of here, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So they go in there, they rescue Evie, they come out. All of a sudden, he's like, where's my car? Because Jonathan rolls up in a double-decker bus.
I love how before that, Evie like tries to lock the door with like a bench. She pulls the bench, and then Rick's like, "These guys don't use doors."
Yeah, yeah.
And they just they broke out through the side, right, through the wall.
Yeah, they did.
And then that's when we get the bus. Like, what happened to my car?
Yeah.
And then Jonathan.
Long story. Uncle John got a double deck, got us a ride.
And then Rick's like, a double-decker bus. Just go.
Get out of here. Let's get out.
And man, and then we see the mummies who are chasing them destroy Rick's car. He's like, Rick, no, not my car.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hate mummies.
I hate mummies.
And then, just like old times, huh?
Dude, the chase scene too in this movie, like going to the London Bridge, that was really shot really nicely.
I love that whole chase scene. Granted, they did fuck up a lot of London. A lot.
I assume that was actual practical. That was actual.
Yeah, that was very practical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this shot when before one of the mummies jump on the wall, they kick like two British guards.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a blink. You'll blink and you'll miss it kind of thing. But I do love that shot though. before they jump. They just kick these guys out of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
like I wonder what they're thinking. I'm like, what the fuck is that a mummy? And it just kicks the shit out of you. And yeah, they're like, granted, I don't know when they could leap walls like this. Did they do that in the last movie?
I don't remember. I don't think they did. But again,
Yeah,
everything's
they,
retcon in this movie, so we're
yeah, they
looking
were climbing like the walls like Spider. Actually, no, I think they did do it in the first one. I think they
okay.
did. I think
Yeah.
there was a moment. Yeah. So Rick takes out what, like 2 of them?
Yeah, Rick's pretty much taking him out single-handedly. I think
Arnett's trying to take out the other one with the Tommy gun, but it's losing ammo.
and he's injured,
So
I believe, too.
And he's injured, so he only ends up taking out its legs, but it manages to get into the car or the bus.
Yeah.
And he like scratches at him. And then another one climbs through the ceiling, and Rick's trying to shoot it, but he keeps missing. And then by the time he has the last bullet loaded, it's already in. So you got 2 mummies into a bus. Rick's fighting one. He's trying to grab the gun. And I think he does get a hold of the gun, but then fucking Jonathan does a turn, and then it causes the gun to fall out, right?
Yeah.
But Evie notices it, and at this point, yeah, fucking Arnett's getting his ass kicked by this fucking no-leg mummy.
Yeah.
It's like scratching at him.
Yeah, he's getting the shit kicked in, honestly.
And then Evie manages to shoot it with Rick's shotgun.
Yep.
While Rick's still handling the one on the roof, on the above, I guess the upper deck part of the bus.
Right.
And I love how he's trying to poke it in the eye. I'm like, how is that working? Why would the mummy feel that? It has no eyes.
Yeah.
What? I'm like, even as a kid, I thought that was weird. I'm like, why is it selling? You have no eyes.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That was
So he punches it and then gets down because they get close, like to a certain part of the like a tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And it's a certain length, and it can't fit a double-decker bus, so the top half of the bus just gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Thus killing the mummy. And everything seems fine. You know, the day is saved, seemingly.
Yeah, they're all like, checking on each other, like, "Oh, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay." Blah blah blah, all that good stuff.
And then I love the line from Arnett Bay. This was my first bus ride.
Yeah, that one too. And like Evie and Rick start to make out again. It's like,
and she's like wanting it because she's like, she does the come here. I'm like, damn, girl.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, this makes you horny. Like,
yeah, damn.
Like, what the?
And then I love how Alex like, get a room,
like,
because that's what a real kid would have that reaction. To be honest.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, he's walking down the aisle of the bus. Like, he's like, all right, take a breather. All of a sudden, nope, snatched into the villain's car. They drive off with Alex. And then, like, all of a sudden, Rick sees what's going on. Rick is hauling ass. Like,
yeah, Rick is trying to chase this car like he is fucking Jason Bourne, dude.
Yeah, like he's running like he's freaking Captain America when he's on the serum. Like, he's just like hauling ass, dude. Like, he's just busting right now.
That's how much he wants to save his son. Is like, dude. Because I think I forgot to mention, there's a line where the bad guy, the big black dude was like, oh, I think I know. Because the bad guy's like, where's the bracelet? He's like, I think I know. Basically realized it was on the kid.
Yeah.
I don't know how he realized it was on the kid, but
it was his black intuition, Trey. That's what it was.
It was just, that's all I could think of. So I'm like, I don't know how he realized it was on the kid, but okay.
Yeah.
So he grabs the kid, and Rick, like you said, he is hauling ass, man.
Yeah, dude.
And then, but this bridge moves up after a while.
Yeah, it's a oh god, I know the exact, I know the word, but I don't know it exactly off the top of my head. It's like one of those bridges, like where like if there's like a over water, if there's a big ship, the bridge goes up so it doesn't affect the boat that's going under it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that happens, and basically Rick he doesn't have time because he was about to jump that shit if he had the opportunity.
He almost made it too. Like, he was on the other side, like he was hanging on for dear life, and it's just like, wow. Like, that kid, he really wants his kid back. Like,
yeah, he almost had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the car goes off, and we cut to
shit.
Imhotep and Anax on the moon
Yeah.
having their relationship moment when the guy informs Imhotep that we have the bracelet now.
Yep.
And I guess Imhotep can just project things because him and Anax, he projected them back in like Egypt with him having his skin all back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where he got these powers. This is the powers we're talking about that were kind of a retcon.
Yeah, because like in the first movie, he needed people's bodies, needed their souls to come back to be mortal in the
Which they
flesh.
still do. They still do
Yeah.
that. But it's
Yeah.
weird. Like he could just project and make it look like they're back in Egypt. He has skin again.
Yeah.
And he's kissing a Nox on the moon, but then he cut and you see a Nox on the moon kissing his dead body. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. He was definitely projecting himself, like in the Star Wars movies. He was force projecting himself.
It's almost what it was. It was like, where did he get these powers?
Which, by the way, the dude that plays the Mummy, he would have been a great live action Lex Luthor.
Arnold Vosloo, yeah. If you had did a Superman movie in like 1999 to like 2001,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Superman Returns, yeah, that could have probably worked too.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So we cut to the next day, right? It's the next day now.
I think so. Well, they're at night, so it's like it's morning now. So like I think
morning.
Rick Aston's like, what's going on? Like, where are they going? He's like, they're going back to Cairo. So now they've got to go back to try to retrieve Alex and the bracelet. And now we're going back to where all this started. We're going back to Cairo.
And this is where we meet one of Rick's old friends, Izzy.
Yeah.
He's actually a great character. Who,
yeah.
If they had did him now, he would have been annoying. Same with Jonathan, to be honest. It's kind of funny you have two comedy characters, but they both work.
Yeah. It's
kind of love when
it's kind of like Chris Rock and Danny DeVito in Lethal Weapon 5.
Yeah.
Type of dynamic. It's not over the top. It's not over the top. It's not like, too stupid. It's right in the middle where it needs to be.
Yeah, because I love when Rick first sees him like, Izzy! And then Izzy's like, nope.
Fuck that shit. I'm out.
I'm out. Goes inside, locks the door, and Rick is like, hey.
Yeah, like what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
And I love how fucking Evie says a little smart ass comment.
Yeah. And then like Rick blows the door up with his gun and shoots.
I was like, he's like, you're not and Evie's like, you're not a subtle man. He's like, we don't have time for subtle. Which is kind of true. Which is kind of true, to be fair. You're saving your kid. You don't have time for subtle at that point.
No.
And Jonathan's like, he asked Jonathan to get the stuff out of the car. He's like, I'm carrying something already. He's like, now, and he takes the scepter out of his hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's chasing Izzy in his like, I don't know what it says, like a ruins of an old house. So like,
yeah, ruins of an old house. Yeah, some kind of is gotta say the building.
Kind of looks like no, I'll tell you off stream, Trey. Never mind.
And I love how Izzy is like, whenever I'm with you, I always get shot.
Yeah.
Last time I got shot in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how he's at the eye patch. He's like, take this damn thing off. I was like, you're not blind. You ain't got one eye. And he's like, come on, man.
Yeah, because Rick asks him like, what happened to your eye?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I just do dashing. And then Rick just breaks it off.
Yeah.
Because he gets Izzy to agree with him, basically. Yeah. Well, he says it's about his son, and then Izzy's looking at the scepter that is in Rick's hand.
And he's like guy in the background too, real quick, Trey. Sorry, like when Rick's talking to him, there's a guy in the background in the bathtub.
Yes.
Like, reading the newspaper, like what the fuck?
What the fuck in the daytime, right in the desert? Because they're not really. It's in a building, but there's really not a building because
there's no walls. Like it's just like
there's no walls. I don't even think there's a ceiling. I don't think there's a ceiling either.
No, like they're outside in the elements. Like there's only like one door to get in and get out, but like it's kind of like the APA a little bit. Like you knock on the door, but there's no other walls. It's just like you can go around the door if you want to. But like tells him, if you do this, well, this will be your payment. It will be the scepter. And like Jonathan's like, no, that's mine. Like he just
Oh,
starts
I don't
acting.
think Jonathan knows about it, and I love how Izzy is like,
Okay.
"If you give me that, I'll do it." And he's like, "I'll let you use me as a surfboard." He's like, "Didn't we do?" Then Rick's like, "Didn't we already do that?" I love that line. It's like, didn't we already do that?
Yeah. So they agree, and now Alex is now with the villains, and now they're on a train going to Cairo. Well, no,
And
I'm getting ahead of myself. No.
actually,
Izzy,
no, I think. Oh no, Izzy shows up first because he gets
Izzy
ready.
shows Izzy shows the plane. This thing's the most rinky-dink freaking plane I have ever seen in my life. I
It
don't know
looks
what.
more like an air balloon, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Is
like it wasn't even like an airplane. Like it was like a
and
hot
then
air balloon.
Ardath Bay shows up, and when
Yeah.
he shows up, Izzy's like, "I definitely been shot,"
Yeah.
because he sees like all the magi show up,
Yeah. Oh man.
and then it's
So,
like, and then Rick's like, when he sees the place, "You're right, you are getting shot." He's like, "No, no, no, whoa," and he's
yeah.
like, "It's quieter than it seems."
Yeah, it's quieter and it's great. It works. And he's like, "You gotta be shitting me right now." Is he like, really? I'm flying your contraption. Like, what the fuck?
And then yeah, that's when we cut to back to the mummy and the bad guys.
Yeah.
So they're on a train. Those three guys who you saw earlier come back with the chest.
Yeah.
And basically they want their payment. They said, "We won't give you the chest." Or like, what is it? The book. I think they wanted the Book of the Dead
Yeah.
specifically, if I remember right. That's what they
Yep.
were set to get.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "We're not going to give you the book until we get our payment." And while this happens, we see Alex meet with Anaxana Moon first.
Yeah. And
And go ahead.
real quick, she was very flirty with that kid.
That was a little weird. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
little weird.
I'm like, this kid's about like 11 years old, and I'm like, you're like what, 29, 30 or whatever, maybe whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
You're like
I'm like,
touching him. You're like,
yeah,
"Hey, lady,
like,
chill.
I'm like,
Chill
yeah,
out, lady."
I'm like, yeah, we need to check your hard drive.
Even when she threatened to like send snakes in his bed, it was all sensual when she said it. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
"Lady,
like
why are you saying it's so sexual?"
it's kind of like that. You ever seen that movie Trey Blank Check, the old Disney movie?
Yeah, or Big. If you've seen Big,
Yeah, I've never seen Big, but I've seen Blank Check. I've never seen Big, but like,
Big is when a kid like
yeah,
the scene.
I know the premise of it. I just never like actually watched the movie like in full. Like I know what it's about, but still though, it's kind of weird how these people are old, but they kind of want to. I can't say we're on YouTube. They kind of want to be with the child, if you will.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
weird.
kind of
Doesn't she kiss him on the cheek too?
it was pretty close to the lips, yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, if you're a kid like that age, like hell yeah. Now you're like you're old enough, like hell no. Like
yeah,
this
that's
is
just weird. It's a little weird. It's like,
hello police, I like to report something. Just,
and then I love how the black dude, the enforcer guy, is like, "Silence,"
yeah,
when he's like, because he's like, if I'm, she's like telling him to cooperate, and you'll see her parents. He's like, I don't listen to my parents. What makes you think I'm going to listen to you?" He's like,
yeah,
"Your parents wouldn't send venomous snakes in your bed." I'm like, "God damn, lady,
yeah,
willing to kill a kid? Jesus, okay."
yeah. Well, she's willing to. Never mind. I'm on
Well,
YouTube.
yeah,
I
a little
forget.
flirty with the kid too. So
Yeah, like yeah, but like we're doing that, and so the black guy's in charge of Alex now. It's like you watch over him so he doesn't like leave, try to escape, blah blah.
oh, and also he's gets to meet with Imhotep, Alex. He's like,
Yeah,
and then the black dude kind of talks shit. He's like, "Oh, we'll see how brave you are, motherfucker." Like he's talking
yeah,
shit to this kid.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, oh
So
no,
like,
that's when the three guys show up after that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like the guy, so like they're going on a train, going to the old pyramids and stuff like that. Evie and all them are in the sky. It's at nighttime, and all of a sudden we get another flashback of
Oh,
Evie.
that I think we're a little ahead. That's way
Oh,
later.
we are. Oh well, shit. Well,
Yeah, we're
maybe
still on the train. We're still on the
okay,
train.
okay,
So Imhotep has a meeting with Alex, and Alex is like trying to talk shit to Imhotep. Oh, Imhotep also warns him about the bracelet, that there's something you don't know about that bracelet. If you don't get it off in 7 days, I think
you'll
you
die.
die. Basically, it will suck the life out of you.
Before sunrise.
Yeah, before sunrise. And then
Yeah.
he's like, Alex is like, oh, I didn't know that detail.
He's like, ah, shit.
That I missed.
Yeah,
That part I missed.
Yeah, I missed that part.
And then Imhotep, like, he's like, my dad's gonna kick your ass. And then
Yeah.
Imhotep pulls off because he's wearing like a mask.
Yeah.
He pulls it off. He's like, I doubt it. Just to scare Alex a little bit.
Yeah, just it's intimidation factor. Yeah.
And then they send the 3 guys in that room.
Yeah.
And they're basically, it's a trap, obviously, which I still don't really get why those guys fell for that. Why the fuck did you fall for that? You threatened to not give them the book, and they're going to say, go to this room. You don't suss that out?
Yeah, mentally, like, I hate when they make these characters like this kind of like mentally challenged. Like,
dumb as fuck.
Yeah, like you just threaten them. Like, yeah, well, we don't get our payment. We're not gonna give it to you. What do you think was gonna happen? Like,
what did you think?
Yeah. Like,
what did
you guys just like this retarded? Like, what are you guys doing right now? Oh boy, but yeah, now we get the scene where Evie and all them are in the sky, right, in the plane.
Yeah. Actually, no. Imhotep kills those guys. I'll just quick that. Yeah. Kills those guys. And basically, then we cut this, I think, a quick shot of him full on human mode. So he's not really in mummy form that long in this movie, like in the first one. And then, now we're back on the blimp. We get a little back and forth between Jonathan and Izzy.
Yeah.
Because Jonathan sees the scepter and he takes it. And then he jokes to Ardeth, like, I'll protect this with my life. And then Izzy fucking takes it out of his hand.
Yeah.
He's like, keep your hands off of it.
This is my payment. But yeah. I think now I think this is the scene where we're talking.
Yeah, that's the scene because it's a simultaneous flashback. Because you got Evie remembering, but you also have Imhotep, who's essentially, I'll just jump ahead a little bit. He's trying to get basically the soul of Anck-su-namun into the reincarnated body of her. Essentially,
yeah,
we get a flashback. We see Anck-su-namun and then a woman who strangely looks like Evie.
Yeah,
have a fight scene.
Yeah.
Nefertiti, that's who it was. That's what the name was.
Yeah.
It was Queen Nefertiti. Mm-hmm. So they have a fight, which I actually thought this fight was really well done. Yeah, hence why you find out later why Evie can fight the way she does.
Yeah. I don't know what those things are called, but like like the swords that Raphael from the
size.
Okay. Yeah, those things are like she was like like whipping that shit like she like
yeah, and then she was using an axe too. I think then Anck-su-namun got like a spear.
Yeah,
and then I love when she threw the size. She threw into the statue and it hit of course, it had to hit the dick of the statue.
Yeah. The one part that fight had me laughing though is how Evie was able to climb up the wall. That was kind of funny. Like what?
That was pretty. That was a little out. Like what?
Okay,
like, okay, Catwoman. All right, Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very like it was. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like a Power Ranger, kind of like
a little Power Ranger-y, but it was still a fun fight though.
Yeah. Well choreographed. Yeah.
Yeah. Evie, I think, or Nefertiti loses the fight.
Yeah.
And you see a look with her, like Anck-su-namun and Imhotep.
Yeah.
And then we cut to later that night, and we find out who actually called the guards. It was Nefertiti, because she saw her father get killed.
Yeah. Which, by the way, came to find out that she was the Pharaoh's daughter.
Pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually love the different perspective. I'm not gonna lie. I love that.
That was nice. Yeah, that was definitely
a different angle of that opening scene in the first movie.
Yeah.
And then it plays out the same, but then we see Imhotep reading the spell book, and I'm assuming Anck-su-namun's soul got into the body.
Right.
Because she gets Anck-su-namun's memories.
Yeah. Well,
and then they kiss.
I think she's I'm not gonna say that. She pierced herself with a knife. I believe,
knife.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were doing the ritual basically in the end of the first movie, but it
Yeah.
went successfully
But
this
now,
time
yeah,
around.
now it's successful. Yeah. So that's that.
And
And
then
like,
Evie almost falls over because she's like yelling about her dad, like
yeah,
in the memory, but she
yeah,
falls over in real life,
yep. Because
in real
she's back
time.
in the present day. She's back on the
Yeah.
blimp. And like Rick's got to save her. She's like about to fall off, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" It's like he don't
And
know what.
then, and I think she explains what happened
Yeah,
basically to
yep,
them.
yep,
And then Arda Bay's like, Rick, you believe now that like, you're supposed to be a reincarnated warrior,
yeah,
basically, which I thought this was a little weird retcon. Thought that was a little much. I'm like, are we making Rick like the chosen one?
yeah. Because I think we forgot too in that one scene, Trey, when they were trying to rescue Evie, he saw the tattoo. And all of a sudden, like he said, like this, like I can't remember the exact line, but like he was like something like Rick finished it, and I'm like, he's like, you're a chosen warrior from the past. Like, no, that's just some tattoo I got from Cairo in an orphanage. I'm like, okay, so obviously he knows more than you do. Like this is like some like callback, but
Yeah.
still, there was a lot of retcons in this movie from the first one.
Yeah, because he didn't have that tattoo in the
No,
first
not at
movie
all.
at all.
Yeah, like, so I can't remember the exact quote he says, but it's like, okay, that's kind of convenient, but whatever. But
So
yeah, go back to the
while
present
this
time.
happens, we get a shot of Alex getting water from the bad guy. And the bad guy's like, I'm gonna take pleasure in killing you.
Yeah.
The
Oh
enforcer
yeah,
guy.
Alex is just totally mocking the black dude. Like he's just like the black guy's just huffing and puffing. Like Alex won't stop pestering him. Like
Oh,
he's
before that, I think we missed a scene. There's a
okay.
sequence where Alex escapes.
No, I think that was before. I think that's the same part we're leading up to. I think
Oh,
because like he was like
like from the
he was
train, right?
mocking him. Yeah, he was like mocking him and shit. And like all of a sudden the black guy's had it. He's like, "Are we there yet?" And he's like, "No." "Are we there yet?" "No." "There
No.
yet?" "No." And he just snaps. And all of a sudden, like he's like calmed down, and like the black guy's like putting his fingers on the table, like doing like the I don't know, like
Yeah,
that
he was
kind of thing.
fucking doing that, and then Alex was copying him, and then he pissed him off, and he like pulls out the knife
Yeah,
and
he's like, "I gotta go to
stabs
the
the
bathroom.
table.
I gotta go
Well,
to the bathroom."
he
Yeah,
stabs the table,
yeah,
and then he's like, and Alex is like, "Oh, that was a nice trick." He's like, "What? I missed."
he's
Basically
like,
implying.
"Yeah, I was gonna stab your hand, little shit."
And
Like, I gotta go
then
to the bathroom.
that's where you gotta go to the bathroom, and he tries
Yeah,
to go to the bathroom,
yeah.
and
And
then
this
the guy is like,
man, well, let's just talk about the bathroom for just a second, Trey. Okay, this bathroom has seen better days. This bathroom looked like a freaking speedway bathroom. This was
"Yeah,
this is bad conditions for a shitter. Like legit, this was
yeah." I know
this
it
is
was 1933, but damn,
yeah. Like I've seen
but it's a
outhouses that look
but
like
it's
this.
a train. Come on, you gotta have a better bathroom. You're on a train.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the black guy was like, he's like, we're gonna watch him use the bathroom. He's like, I can't go when you're watching. He's like, go outside. I can't go nowhere. It's a toilet. Like, like what want me to do? I can't fit myself to the toilet. Blah blah. And all of a sudden he shuts the door. And as soon as Alex is like flushed the toilet, he saw where there's a hole in the bottom of it where all the dookie and the pee goes.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, I got an epiphany. All of a sudden, with no effort at all, this little like 80-pound kid, maybe 40, I don't even know like how many pounds he was, but like he removes a toilet like nothing. It's like what?
yeah, just moves it. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I guess that can happen. I don't.
Is this
All
not
right.
bolted in?
Yeah, like okay, that's kind of gonna
I
be
guess it's
wobbly.
not bolted in. All right, okay. That's all that. I guess
Convenient.
that's how that works.
Yeah,
Okay,
convenient. So, anyways, he
so
sees the hole and he goes through it and he escapes. Oh, I'm
yeah, he
sorry.
escapes.
He hits the emergency stop and then he
Stop,
escapes.
and then he escapes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the guy, the goon starts shooting, and then Imhotep hears. He
yeah,
opens the door, and this is where they show off. He has force powers now for some reason,
yeah.
because he like yeets the guys. Where did this happen? When did he have?
Yeah, that happened, and plus this shot too. This was bad. This was just really bad. Like,
Oh, the shot of like the pillars and stuff.
yeah, just really, really bad.
Even when they were thrown, it didn't look good, to be honest.
No, no. The like the backdrop. you can just tell it was fake. Like it's like, wow, this doesn't look good. This doesn't hold up. You can definitely tell it's like a backdrop or like CGI'd in or with the time, whatever the case may be. But like you can tell, it's like, all right, this is off. It's kind of like that volume
Yeah.
shit now. You can tell it's not actual location shit.
Yeah.
Like Alex is trying to get away from him, and all of a sudden he takes a breather. All of a sudden the bracelet comes alive, and like you see another like projection of old Cairo, and it's a Glory Days. And when it's done, you see the mummy show up, and he just totally just scares the shit out of Alex. He just popped out of nowhere, like legit. Like I don't even know where he even came from. He was just there.
Yeah. He shows up, and this is where he also shows off his force powers. We were just watching, like, I was thinking, if he had the force powers in the last movie, he could have just force powered the book out of Jonathan Sane when he was reading the fucking book. You know how he would have probably won if he had the force in the last movie.
And that's the case too. Why didn't he just do that with the three guys who said what they wouldn't give the book? He can just could have taken it and then force choked them and killed them all.
Yeah, like it's so weird. This retcon now he has the force. When did this? The only guess is maybe they brought him back. He got stronger.
I don't know, but this movie came out 2 years after the Phantom Menace, so maybe it's like, hey, I got an idea. Let's use this what George Lucas did, and let's just do this shit.
Let's give him the force, basically. That's what I'm thinking too. That has to be it.
It's gotta be something. Like I said, it comes out 2 years after Phantom Menace. Is 2001. That was 1999. So yeah.
So yeah, he forces Alex. He grabs him, and then Alex makes like traps with water.
Yeah. Like
because
he's like he's trying to leave clues for his mom and dad, whose location. Like, okay, Alex was here. Like he left his handkerchief here and stuff like that. Like we're getting kind of ahead, but like we see them get on the ground, and we have the one guy, what's his name? What'd you say his name was, Trey?
RF Bay.
Yeah. I am terrible on remembering all these guys characters' names, man. I'm like Trey, you're like, you know the black-headed dude? Yeah, he's cool. You're like, yeah, that dude. What the yeah, he cool. Like I don't know his name. Like he's just like he's cool. But anyway, like he has a bird, or like what was it, like an eagle or a falcon or something like that? Like he's like sending messages back and forth to his people or his his crew.
So he sends the messages while because the good guys find Alex's messages.
Yeah,
but we get to a point where when Alex is making like the location, because he makes like sand castles basically out of the location.
Yeah.
And then when the enforcer guy sees this, he's like leaving breadcrumbs.
Yeah, and by the way, how the fuck was he making like sand castles when this kid didn't have a bucket?
Yeah, I don't. Did he just get a bucket every time? I'm supposed to assume. But he got a bucket every time.
How would he get a bucket though? When when I don't know, like how would he get a bucket and stuff when these guys are closely watching him? It's like where was he getting his stuff at? Like I don't know.
Yeah, there's little convenient stuff in this movie. You're not wrong.
Like this kid's making like pyramids of sandcastles,
and they're elaborate ones too.
Like, wow, this is like really detailed. Like, what did you do to use this shit? Like, what?
And how much time would it take?
Yeah,
to make these.
Yeah, like I don't know, but yeah, like what they're finding all the crumbs, like they're finding all the clues.
But the bad guy the enforcer finds him making one.
Yeah, and they're at the river.
Yeah, they're at the river, and this is where Imhotep's like, leave him, it's fine. Somehow, I guess he knows they're coming.
He's like, yeah, I'll take care of this, no problem. Watch this, and all of a sudden, like I'll let Trey take over from there.
He does. If you remember the first movie where he makes the whole moves sand and makes the face in it, he does that, but with water this time. And I'm gonna say it doesn't look as good. I'm just gonna say it.
No.
It's cool visually, I guess. But when he makes the face in it, it just doesn't look as good like it did in the sand in the
first one. Really like not cartoony, but like it looked like not real either. It's like
it looked very CGI. You could tell the water was CGI.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I love how Izzy was the one who sensed water was coming.
Yeah. I made a joke to Trey, but I can't say it. But yeah, like we're just like cracking up. But like, yeah, like they escape from like this one time, and all of a sudden, the second time, he shows up out of nowhere and swallows them whole.
Yeah.
Essentially. And Alex is just like, Mom, Dad. And like he comes over to the kid and like pats him on the head. He's like, get off me, you shit. Blah blah. So he thinks his mom and dad's dead, you know.
Yeah.
Came to find out they're not dead. Their plane's just extremely fucked up. And then
Izzy has to fix it. So
yeah.
Rick, Jonathan.
I like the one line cherry quick. He's like, Izzy, if anyone can fix this this hot air balloon, it's got lots of hot air. It's definitely you.
You fill it with hot air. Like that was a good line.
But yeah, like they're now they gotta try to find Alex on foot. They're going through the jungle, or I don't know. Are there jungles in Egypt? I don't know, but
whatever. Like forest kind of thing.
Yeah, like there's woods here. Like I don't know.
Initially, Ardeth was gonna go off because he has to, because this is where his bird gets killed.
Yeah, so
by the enforcer guy.
Yeah, the bird messenger, and all of a sudden, that black dude just snipes this bird out of air and just offs him. And I'm like thinking to myself, how the fuck did he get that clear of a shot when these guys are ahead of them? First of all, second of all, he ain't got a scope or nothing. He just eyeballed this shit and just popped that bird.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I'm like, he must have like super 20 vision. Like he's got like Jason Bourne vision or some shit. I don't know, but he's like going off. It's like I gotta go let the people know where we're at. Blah blah blah. We need backup and stuff. He's like, no, I need you to help me fight to get my son.
Find my son, and then he agrees to help him find his son.
He's like, okay, so I'll do it. Then I gotta go tell the people.
So they go through the forest. So does the bad guys, because it's like nighttime now.
Yeah.
And they travel through this like temple area.
Yeah.
We've come to find out that this area is infested with, as Rick calls them later on, the locals.
Yeah.
They're called pygmy mummies. I think they end up getting called that. Like,
yeah.
So they show up and start attacking everything.
Yeah.
And at this point, the enforcer asks the leader, the Jafar looking dude, asks him, does the boy need to be alive to use the bracelet? And they say no. So basically, he is sent to retrieve the bracelet. Essentially, he can kill the kid now.
Yeah.
While this is going on, the pygmy mummies attack.
Yeah. And then you have Evie and Jonathan with shotguns. And
yeah,
let's be real. They are popping people like there ain't no one's business.
Yeah, dude. There's a shot where Jonathan saves Ardeth Bay.
Yeah.
And then Evie's like sniping people left and right. It was pretty good. Rick manages to retrieve Alex during the whole fray.
Yeah.
Because pygmy mummies are just taking people out left and right. I do love the one scene where they go to Imhotep and Imhotep like tells them to back down and they back down.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he can control them.
Right.
Or they listen to him anyway.
Because he can speak to the dead, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. I do love that there's the one scene where the Jafar looking dude sacrifices his people. He's like, your sacrifice will be like
he's like your reward will be great in heaven. I'm like, nah.
What a piece of shit.
not gonna work for me, brother. Like these two guys are like, oh man, like no, fuck this. They start running too, and they drop their torches, but it was indicated they're dead. They died. But Jonathan had me laughing too, because like they're all like running now. Like I think Ardeth Bay is like, I gotta go tell the people where we're at so we can end this once and for all.
He had just killed the enforcer guy too, by the way. They have a fight.
Yeah.
And so Ardeth gets revenge.
Yeah, he got his payback. He got his payback from earlier in the film. So that happens. He's like, I gotta go tell the people where we're at, blah, blah, blah. So he's off telling his army where they're at, trying to get reinforcements ready to go. Rick and all of them are running for their lives. Jonathan gets broken up from the pack. And what had me dying was the one of the villains, like henchmen, and him are running at the same time. And then they're like, Jonathan's like, here, get over here. They can't. They don't like these rocks. They can't kill us if we're over here by the rocks.
It's like sacred or something.
Yeah, it's sacred. It's like it's whatever. And he's like, okay, yeah. He's like, oh man. Like they're taking a breath, and all of a sudden, the one pygmy runs, comes back, looks at him, and all of a sudden, this little thing just jumps up and kills the dude in the red hat. And Jonathan's like, oh, I guess I was wrong. Sorry.
He screams at the mummy, and then the mummy screams back at him. I love it. They're yelling at each other because they're both like scared.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Jonathan starts screaming, and then the mummy starts screaming, and then he gets away, gets back with the group. This is where we find out that they're natives because Jonathan asks him like, "What are these things?" He's like, "Oh, they're just local natives." And Rick sets off a thing of dynamite because the mummy, they're running on a log, right? Or a tree branch, I think.
Yeah, they're going through a log. They're trying to get to the other side of the river.
Yeah, the other side. And Rick sets off a thing of dynamite, throws it, and then the mummies start kind of playing with it because they don't know what it is, and then it blows up, and then they all fall.
Yeah, they fall down to the river and drown and die. That happens.
They think everything is fine.
And they're all taking a breather, like, "Oh, Jonathan, we missed you," blah blah. And he's like, "Yeah, I missed you too, guys too." But I got something to tell you. If I don't get out of the sunlight before morning, I'm dead.
Yep. So Rick hauls ass, grabs Alex, and he's like hauling ass to this temple.
Yeah, think about Captain America not Civil War, but Captain America like Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
He was darting, man. Like he was getting it.
Because sunlight is approaching, you get a shot of like almost like it was black, and you see the light hitting it.
Yeah, it's coming over the horizon,
indicating sunlight. So Rick does a fucking action movie jump into the temple.
Yep.
And then Rick does a thing like, it's so hard being a dad.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, you do pretty good. You do a pretty good job at it." I'm like, "That was nice, father."
I love that scene. Yeah, I love father-son moment. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that. And then Evie and Jonathan come back. Things seem fine. They even play like kind of nice music.
Yeah, upbeat a little bit tempo.
Yeah, and then a Nox on a Moon shows up. Imhotep, I guess, throws Jonathan.
Yeah,
real quick.
Yeah,
and then a Nox on the Moon stabs Evie.
Well, I think Evie I think she got stabbed when she wasn't looking. And then Jonathan was trying to check on her, like trying to fight her, and then she just chucks him too, like nothing.
Oh no, he gets chucked by Imhotep, I think.
Yeah, or something like that. So like she gets stabbed and she goes down. Like Rick sees what's going on. He's like freaking out. So is
and then fucking Nox on the Moon just does a little wave at Alex
and blows him a kiss. It's like, damn, bitch.
Damn, bitch, you kill his mom and then you want to blow you. God, she is evil.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'll be your new mommy. It's like, yo, whoa.
Oh, it's because they wanted the book, right?
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Yeah, exactly.
They wanted the book. So they grabbed the book. And they do, I'll just spoil, obviously, she's not really dead. They do a little death fake out scene here. Yeah. Which I thought still was done well.
I had a problem with it. Like, I'll just be real. Like, I'll just go ahead and say it. Like, when everyone was like, Alex, like, you'll be okay, right, mom? And like, she's stabbed. She's bleeding. Like, she's bleeding out. She's fucked up pretty good.
Yeah.
Rick's over there, like, consoling her. He's like, no, don't, stay with me, blah, blah. And you got Jonathan talking to Alex, like, everything's going to be okay. I kind of feel that Jonathan kind of should have been emotional too. It was his fucking sister.
That was his sister. Yeah, he was a little.
Yeah, like he was like kind of too stoic for me. Like, if you're such this close knit family, I think you would be more showing emotion right now, or unless he was trying to be like strong for his nephew, not the freak.
Yeah, but Rick was showing emotion. He's like the macho guy. He was showing emotion. He was like on the verge of tears, man.
Yeah, like he's breaking down. Like he's like, don't leave me, blah blah. And Jonathan's just over there, and like he's like kind of just stoic, like he honestly he was like kind of like Paulie from Rocky, like he didn't show any type of emotion except when he got that damn robot in the fucking ice snow cone machine. Like, so I thought he showed any emotion, but Yeah, it's like that was my one problem that scene. Everything else was fine, but like Jonathan's like emotion should have been like been more. Then when she like dies, Jonathan
Too
still is not
close.
crying. He's just over there like
Yeah.
consoling Alex, like, well, it's for the best type of thing. I'm like, shit, dude. I'm like, your sister just croaked right in front of
And
your
I don't
eyes.
know if you should
Like,
say that to your nephew. He just watched his mom figure. Like,
yeah,
obviously, she's not really dead, but in that moment, he thinks she died.
yeah, and like again, he should have showed some more emotion, or unlike
And
unless like
then
he was like so much shock he didn't couldn't process it, but still, though, it's like I don't know. That was just my gripe about that scene. But go ahead, Dre.
we see Rick then get up, give like this death stare. It's like, I gotta go kill it. Basically, kill Imhotep.
Yeah, he tells Alex, he tells him stay here.
Stay here.
And he's like, all right, now you pissed him off. Now he's in badass mode.
Yeah, he has that death stare. If you watch wrestling, you know what I mean.
Like, yeah, if you've seen this, if you go back and watch this scene, you can definitely tell those eyes tell a story, and they are black as shit.
Yeah,
His eyes are full of hate, and he's ready.
Because he even tells him to stay here. It's like calm, but not in like you can tell he's angry, but he's trying to like appear calm.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
So we cut to Imhotep and the Nox-Sun-Amun walking through the temple.
Yep.
They get to a certain part, and something happens to him. Find out they took his powers away.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to fight.
He tries to use the Force again, and
it ain't working. All he's able to do is just cause this fucking table to move a little bit, but he can't lift it.
Yeah.
And basically, it's saying you have to fight. This is where Imhotep realized it wants me to fight the Scorpion King fair with no powers.
Yep.
And even a Nox-Sun-Amun's like, hey, we can go. We don't. I just want you. But Imhotep wanted the power. Yeah. And she screams like, no, don't go. She seems nigh, but that means no. Yeah. So we cut to Rick, and you just got like Imhotep playing like this gong, right?
Yeah.
I do love this shot of Rick. Like it's like almost like the lights are flickering. He has this angry face. Mm-hmm. This gong's playing. He runs into the Jafar looking dude who has the bracelet. He puts it on, and then he turns it on, but something bites, I'm assuming, his hand. Because when he pulls it out of the thing.
That was like atrophy, I think. So like, because he said, like he still had like his bones in his hand, but like the flesh and everything was gone.
The flesh was gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was that, and like he's
and then
like
Rick, I love the little smirk he gives when he sees that guy.
He's like, yeah, get fucked. Like
get fucked, you deserve it. And then that's when we get the gong scene. And then we get the fight between Rick and Imhotep. Pretty good fight here. I really love how it was shot.
Yeah, and then like then we see that going on. All of a sudden, like you see like Alex and like Jonathan, like, wait a minute, we have the book. We can
bring like as the good book says, and that's when Alex realizes, oh, the good book. Oh, the book. We have the book of the. We can get the book of the dead. That's all we need.
And again, in that scene of Jonathan, right where you just said, Trey, still no emotion, like it's just stoic as can be. It's like, shit, dude, did you hate your sister? Like,
did you hate your sister?
Like, seriously, did you? Like, did you just use her brain so you can get rich and famous and be done? Like, shit, dude, you're a sack of shit. Honestly,
you're a sack of shit. I love this.
I'm serious though. Like he's got no emotion at all. He's just like really stoic. It's like, dude, your sister just died.
Yeah.
You're over here just like, oh, well, another homeless guy dead in the street. Anyway.
I know, right?
What the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Shit. Anyway.
So we also cut back to, we're seeing the Magi. Because Jafar triggered, he put the bracelet in, basically woke up the army of Anubis.
Yep.
So we get a battle between the army of Anubis and the Magi.
And this does not look good from the CGI department. This is bad.
I would say it's one of the better looking times though. When it was just when there looked like the Venom symbiote scene, no, that looked awful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When they were actually in the Anubis form, they looked all right.
Yeah.
Not when they were bunched together. No, it didn't look great when they were
Yeah,
all
it was
bunched together.
weird.
But when you
Yeah.
got like individual shots of them, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
And I thought the battle still was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the battle was good. Just saying like cosmetically the way they looked, it's like you can definitely tell like these guys do not look real at all. Like you can just tell like
Yeah.
this just put in here, whatever. But yeah, the
Well,
fight was good.
Imhotep is still fighting with Rick. Thought that fight was pretty good too.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
point he just gets to fisticuffs,
Yeah.
and I guess Imhotep's martial arts trained because there's a point he's just beating the fuck out of Rick.
Yeah. I assume he was probably in the army. Or not well, I don't even I guess the army for Egypt, I guess, or Cairo.
Or the Egyptian army, like
Or a
military.
soldier,
Yeah.
something like that, I guess.
So yeah, he would have some kind of fight training.
Yeah, combat skills. But like that's going on. And then you see Jonathan carry Evie's body into the temple while
Yeah.
Alex is looking at the book.
Because they find the book because
Yeah.
they're
The guy-
distracting a Noxana Moon.
Yeah. So they found the book and they're looking or Alex is looking through the book.
Jonathan's like, I'll fight you, bitch, basically to a
Yeah, he's like,
Noxana Moon.
Yeah, like he's getting his shit kicked in too. Like she's like jabbing him, punching him in the face, and he's like
Yeah.
taking it, and all of a sudden he gets one good shot in. And he's like, I don't know this, I don't know this word. He's like, or the symbol is like, what is it? And he's like, I think it was like a moon or
A
something.
sword.
Okay.
He's like, I know that one. I know that one because it was a callback to the first one.
Yeah. So
When
that
Jonathan didn't know the symbol, while
right.
the Magi are fighting the army of Anubis, they seemingly take them out, right? Seemingly
they
take
won.
them.
All the armies.
Yeah, they think they
thought
won.
they won.
But Ardeth was about to celebrate, but then he starts hearing noise in the distance.
Dad like he sensed it like, no, this is too easy.
This is too easy. So he
Yeah.
starts running. You get a shot of him running through his guys, and he looks in the horizon, and you see a whole other
like millions
army.
upon like millions, just like freaking army just coming after him. He's like, oh my God, help us.
God help us kind of moment.
Yeah.
And
like they're preparing for the worst and shit like that. Like he's just ready, like, either one way or another, he's either going to die fighting or he's just going to stand there and just die. Right.
Yeah.
But
so while this is happening,
yeah,
Rick and Imhotep are still fighting each other.
Yep.
Then the door opens and you hear, and then I'm just gonna put the meme. If you smell, fuck you. The Scorpion King shows up, and man, oh my God, this is probably the worst CGI in the entire movie.
Yeah.
They make him like this giant scorpion human thing. It looked bad.
Really bad.
I don't even think it looked good in 2001, to be honest with you.
No, not at all.
Because Lord of the Rings was that year.
Yeah, and Lord of the Rings looked a whole lot better and a lot of the stuff in this. Like, like I said, the Rock looks terrible. It does not age well at all. At all, he doesn't look good.
And he's using his fucking claws to scare everybody.
Yeah.
And he seemingly goes after Imhotep first, and then Imhotep says, "No, I work for you."
It's like basically, I'm your servant. I'm your servant, and shit like that. He's like, "Oh, we'll see,"
and throws Rick under the bus. No, he's sent here to kill him. Like, you fucking little bitch.
Yep.
And then I love Rick's face. He's like, "Oh, what? Why are you looking at me?"
He's like, "Ah, shit." I was like, "All right, here we go." So they're fighting all.
And then that's when you get the moment of The Rock doing the eyebrow. He does the eyebrow in that scene. Oh my God. He actually does. He does the eyebrow.
Yeah. And then I think the next scene we get Evie or Jonathan.
Jonathan's about to get, and then Evie grabs her arm. He's like, "Why don't you pick on someone your own size?" Which I'm not gonna lie, I marked out every time when I watched that scene when she comes back. Oh yeah, my girl's back.
Yeah. So
and then we get a fight, but basically a second fight between Noxana Moon and Evie.
Yeah.
And then Noxana Moon calls her Nefertiti. I'm assuming Evie at this point has Nefertiti's memories, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's I'm pretty sure because like the hot air balloon scene, like I guess I was pretty much telling that, but that
So
happens.
they fight.
Yeah,
Pretty good fight. It wasn't a long
yeah,
fight. Evie kicks her ass and then knocks him and runs away when she gets like scratched in the face.
yeah.
She just runs away.
And
And
then
then
you
yeah,
see the
Emma
next shot. We get Rick fighting the
getting
Rock.
chased by fighting
Yeah,
the Rock. Yeah.
yeah. And then very convenient. He goes to Rick goes to a wall, and like he sees his tattoo on the wall, one of these old Egyptian like pyramid, old Egyptian paintings, right?
Yeah.
He's like, that's my tattoo. Then he's like putting two to two together, and all of a sudden he sees a spear that Jonathan has, and he tells him
It's
that he's like,
actually
"Hey,
not just a scepter, it's a
yeah,
spear.
it's a spear." And like he tells him, like, Jonathan, he's telling us like, "Hey, they're trying to tell him that mom's back alive."
Oh,
And he,
before that, Emma the Rock kills Jafar.
yeah, because he comes out like he's freaking out. He's like, "Help me, my king!" And he's like, and you
Help
get
me.
like, "Why would I?" It's like, wow,
Well, what Imhotep's like, he just is like, no, why would I help you? Like, god damn,
yeah,
you're
dude, he's like,
cold,
"What
bro.
the shit?" Yeah,
He brought you back to life, motherfucker.
yeah, dude. These bitches ain't loyal. Like,
Yeah, these hoes ain't loyal, man. So yeah, he gets ripped apart. And then like Tyler was saying, Rick notices the spear. Because yeah, Jonathan and Alex run it. And he tells
yeah.
Jonathan that thing turns into a spear. But then you
Mhm.
hear the Rock roar. And I love Rick's face when it's like, oh shit.
Yep. Yep.
Because he turns into a spear and then the roar happens in his face.
Yep. And like he's like asking him like to throw it to him. He's like, throw it to me. And he throws it, and then the mummy intercepts it, and he's like, no, I will kill him. Talking about the Scorpion King. He
Yeah.
throws it, and then all of a sudden, midway through the throw, Rick intercepts.
Yeah, he intercepts it while like running away from the Rock because the Rock is like charging at him with the claws.
Yeah. Yep.
And then he ends up stabbing the Rock, the Scorpion King.
Yep. And sends him back to the netherworld.
And he's like, go to hell and take them with you.
Yep.
And then you have the army Anubis who are charging at the Magi at this point. And they're ready to die, basically. They're just all ready. They're ready to fight, and then they dissipate when they get closer.
They all just disappear, and all of a sudden they all celebrate like, yeah, like they're going nuts. Like it was like a super, like someone watch Super Bowl or something. Like these guys were like really stoked. Like that's going on for them. And then all of a sudden, I believe the ground opens up, right?
The ground opens up, the temple's starting to shake, kind of like in the first movie.
Yeah. And then
Rick and Imhotep both fall. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a shot real quick of all these like souls. They're trying to like grab them and take them down to the netherworld with them. Kind of like being hell, like demons.
Yeah,
like,
hell. Demons take them to hell. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, and they're trying to, they're both trying to escape, and like Rick sees Evie come back alive, and he's like, "Go, get out of here! Don't worry about me. Get going." Blah blah. And she shows up, and she comes and tries to save him, and like she's
a real one. She's a ride or die. Like things are falling around her, and she's still trying to save Rick because Rick's like telling her, "Go live your life. It's too dangerous. I don't want you to die too."
Yep.
But she ride or die, man.
Yep. She goes
she
there,
helps him out.
Yeah. And then the mummy's looking for his old lady, and he's like, he's like, "Here, help me," and she's like, "Nah, fuck that shit."
Nah, I'm like, dude, she's for the streets, man. I feel bad for Imhotep in this scene because the scene that look he gives.
Yeah, he's like, I got nothing to live for. It's like I got nothing.
And then he looks over at Evie and Rick, and he's like, he sees that like she actually because he was watching too. Her save him.
Yeah,
he's like, that's what I wanted, and then he just he basically has nothing to live for, and he jumps down.
Yeah, he just gives up and just falls down to the bottomless pit and gets overtaken.
I'm like, these bitches are for the streets, man.
Man.
Like, two fucking movies.
And then the moon character, she's running, and all of a sudden she trips, and then it's a callback to the old Scorpions. And they just eat her alive.
Yeah, they were scorpions. I remember thinking they were scarabs at first, but no, they were scorpions.
Yeah,
so she falls into a bed of scorpions. Yeah, they basically just eat her.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's what you get, bitch.
Yep.
I'm like, 2 fucking movies. This motherfucker trying to bring you alive.
Yep.
and then you dip out on him. Like,
So they're trying to escape the O'Connells.
yeah, because the temple's falling apart at this point.
Yeah, like they're all falling. It's falling apart. Like get to the high ground. Like they're trying to climb the pyramid. They're climbing the pyramid and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, like you see the Oasis disappear.
Yeah, because everything's getting sucked in. Those Oasis and everything's getting like sucked in.
Yeah. Go ahead, Trey, if you got something else to say about that scene.
That scene was fun. I mean, it's kind of like the first one where the temple's falling apart.
Yeah.
Izzy comes in very conveniently. He somehow was able to literally save the hot air balloon. I don't know how.
Everything was salvageable. It's like, what the fuck? And like he comes up and like everything's saved. Like they're ready to go. Blah blah. And all of a sudden, like you see, they're all getting on the airplane or the blimp, whatever. And you got freaking Jonathan seeing this like thing on top of the pyramid and was like, "Oh, I gotta take it.
I gotta take it." He's like, Rick's like, "It's not worth your life." He's like, "Yes, it is." Jonathan's like, "Yes."
Like, speak for yourself, bitch.
He's like, and yeah, he grabs it. It's like this golden, some kind of golden thing.
Yeah.
So he grabs it, and the day is saved. Everybody, like, there's a moment of relief. Rick gets his moment with the girl again.
Yep.
And I love how both Jonathan and Alex are like, "You."
Yeah, like, God.
And then Izzy's like, "That's half mine, right?"
Yeah.
And then he reminds him, "You took my thing." Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I love that little back.
Yeah, dude. Freaking the spear from Izzy. He's like, "You stole that from me." He's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. I swear on my wife's life." It's like,
what? He's like, that's half mine, right? The thing he just took. He's like, "Motherfucker, I deserve payment too." He's like, yeah. And then they ride away, basically. The movie.
Yeah, they see they see what's his name, the guy
Ernest Bay on the ground.
They see him.
Goodbye.
Yeah, like he's on the horse doing like the whole like thing at the head, blah blah blah. So that's that. We ride on with the sunset, and we fade to black, and that's the end of the movie. So
yeah,
that again, like I said, I like the movie. It just doesn't the CGI doesn't hold up, and there's a lot of retcons, but I do enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of retcons.
Yep,
but it's good.
Yep, agreed.
I think I find myself always watching this after the first movie. Like if I watch the first movie, I'm gonna definitely put this on right after. I think the music. I didn't really talk about it, but the music's good too.
Yeah,
I think they maintain the good score too, and I like the new characters. Imhotep's death is almost like, he's a bad guy, but it's like he just did this for love, man. And then these hoes ain't loyal, as they say. Yep.
Well, Trey, I say let's give the rating and let's get out of here.
Yeah, the rating, it's definitely not absolute cinema like I would say the first one is. I would give this one really good. So if I were to rate out of 10, probably like if I give the first one a 10, I'd give this one like a 9 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10, around there. A little bit of retcons, but it's still a fun movie overall. So
I give this movie about a 7.5 out of 10. Again, my problems with the CGI and Jonathan just absolutely being a piece of shit, the death scene, and a lot of the retcons. So that's my rating on that one. But Trey, we got anything to promote before we got here?
Pin Down Saturday.
Yeah, Pin Down Saturday.
We'll probably just be me and Mr. T.
Yeah,
Tyler. It'll just be me and Tyler, probably.
By the way, there will not be a stream on this channel on Sunday due to Easter, which, by the way, I hope you all have a great Easter this coming Sunday and weekend. So, Saturday we'll be live on Pin Down. So if you'd like to check us out, our link is in the description box in this video or the main page. So if you'd like to hang out with us, like you like professional wrestling, come over and hang out with us if you like. We'll be live on Saturday around 6:00 at night, p.m.
Yeah.
So on that note, if you like what you saw or heard, I should say, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Until then, see y'all next time.
See y'all later.
Peace.